As the years go by, it's completely normal for women to start quietly wondering about their looks. Maybe you found yourself asking, do I still have that spark I had in my 20s or 30s? In a world that seems to glorify youth and overlook the beauty of growing older, it's easy to feel unsure. But here's the truth that so many women don't realize. Attractiveness doesn't fade with age. It evolves. You see, a woman who has truly lived, who has loved deeply, weathered life's ups and downs, and come into her own, often carries a presence that's magnetic. It's the kind of charm younger people haven't yet grown into. So if you're in your 50s, 60s, or even 70s, don't be surprised if you're radiating a beauty that's richer and more captivating than you give yourself credit for. Maybe when you look in the mirror, you notice the fine lines, the silver strands, or a few changes in your figure. And your first thought is that your beauty is slipping away. But what you might see as flaws, others see as elegance, character, and confidence. The truth is, beauty at this stage isn't about hiding your age. It's about owning it and letting the real you shine through. Think about it. A truly striking older woman isn't someone trying to look decades younger. She's someone who embraces her age, walks with grace, speaks with assurance, and knows who she is. That kind of beauty doesn't shout. It simply is. It draws people in quietly but powerfully. And chances are you don't even notice how often people take that second glance when you walk into a room. You might not pick up on the admiration in someone's eyes when you laugh, or the subtle compliments hidden in everyday conversations. But they're there. That glow people see. It's not from makeup or youth. It's from you. The way you carry yourself. The way you connect. The way you show up in the world with confidence and heart. You might still compare yourself to old photographs or the beauty standards you grew up with. That's natural. But it can also blind you to what's right in front of you. The layers of beauty that have only deepened with time. Your smile has history. Your eyes carry stories. Your style reflects a life lived with meaning. These are things no wrinkle cream or trendy outfit can ever match, even if you've never thought of yourself as especially attractive. The passing years can actually bring out your best. Why? Because confidence grows, self-doubt fades, and with that comes a kind of magnetism that's hard to ignore. When a woman reaches the point in life where she truly knows herself, it shows in the way she talks, the way she listens, the way she simply is. And people notice even if you don't. So if you've ever wondered whether you still have that spark, here's some good news. You might be a lot more captivating than you think. Before we dive deeper, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any of my videos. And you'll help me keep creating content that uplifts, encourages, and celebrates women just like you. All right, let's talk about something truly heartwarming. So many women start to believe that once they hit their 50s or 60s, their beauty begins to fade. But that's not the truth. Beauty doesn't disappear. It transforms. It becomes fuller, softer, deeper, and so much more powerful than the surface-level appeal we often associate with youth. If you've ever caught yourself thinking, am I still attractive? You might be surprised to find out that yes, you absolutely are. There are real meaningful signs that show you're a good-looking woman, even if you don't always see it in yourself. Sometimes it's not about what the mirror reflects. It's about your energy, your confidence, how others respond to your presence. Maybe you haven't noticed how people light up when you walk into a room, or how your smile softens even the toughest conversation. But those around you do. They see the sparkle in your eyes when you talk about something you love. They notice the way your style reflects who you are, not what's trending. They feel your warmth in the way you listen, speak, and share your stories. These are the things that don't age. These are the things that make people look twice. So stick around, because in this video, I'm going to share 7 clear signs you're a good-looking older woman, even if you've never seen it that way. And you just might recognize yourself in ways you hadn't before. Let's start with this. One of the first signs? People enjoy watching you in life's quiet, everyday moments. Maybe you're sitting at a cafe, reading your favorite book, sipping tea, and someone glances at you more than once. Not because you're trying to get attention, but because you carry yourself with such calm, grace, and ease. That kind of quiet beauty can't be staged. It's natural, and it's powerful. It also shows up when someone leans in a little closer to hear what you're saying. or when their face softens as you speak. These little cues, they're often more telling than words. They reveal that your presence matters, that it draws people in. So even if you don't think much of it while going about your day, know this. Your beauty hasn't vanished. It's simply matured. It's grown deeper. And think back to those little moments when someone said almost offhandedly, "You always look so put together," or "There's something about your smile." At the time, they might have felt like casual remarks, but they often carry more meaning than we realize. A smile that's lived through love, laughter, and even heartbreak has a richness younger faces simply haven't earned yet. People notice when you smile with your whole face, when your eyes light up, and when your laughter feels warm and real. That kind of presence is magnetic. It's not about perfect skin or youth. It's about authenticity. And real beauty like that, it's timeless. Even the small things like tucking your hair behind your ear, adjusting a scarf, or simply standing tall while speaking send a message. This is a woman who knows herself. You may not even notice how you move, but others do, and they're drawn to it. Maybe you've caught someone watching you just a bit longer than expected while you were out grocery shopping or strolling through a park. Or maybe someone started a friendly conversation for no reason other than being near you. That's not a coincidence. People are responding to something about you, something you may overlook, because you're focused on what you think is wrong with your reflection, rather than seeing the quiet beauty that others do. It's easy to brush off these small signs, especially if you're comparing yourself to old photos or unrealistic images in magazines. But beauty with age becomes deeper, more layered. It tells a story. Every fine line speaks of laughter and resilience. Every silver hair shines with experience. Every bit of self-assurance you carry turns heads in ways you might not even realize. So the next time someone gives you a compliment, even a small one, let yourself feel it. Don't wave away. Those moments are the world's gentle way of reminding you. You are still radiant. You are still seen. The second sign. Another clear sign that you're a good-looking older woman, even if you don't always notice, is the way people comment on your style without you even trying to stand out. You might think, "I'm just wearing something comfortable," but others see elegance. They notice the way you wear certain colors, how your clothes fit your personality, and the way your hair frames your face just right. You're not chasing trends anymore. You've created a style that feels like home, a look that's effortless but refined. And when someone says that color looks amazing on you, or you always look so polished, they're not just admiring your outfit. They're admiring you, the way you wear confidence like a favorite accessory. This kind of beauty doesn't demand attention. It gently earns it. It's in the way your earrings match your eyes, or the way your scarf adds just the right pop of color. Maybe you've mastered the art of subtle makeup, or maybe you've embraced your natural beauty and it simply shines. These choices, intentional or not, tell a quiet story of someone who's learned what suits her, what makes her feel good, and what reflects her spirit. When you've lived long enough to know what works for you, you carry that knowledge like a second skin. It shows in the way you move, how you walk into a room, and the ease with which you hold yourself. Younger women may still be figuring it out, but you already know, and that self-assurance is incredibly attractive. Think back to the last time someone admired your shoes, complimented your haircut, or asked where you got your necklace. Did you shrug it off or chalk it up to small talk? Chances are they were genuinely drawn to the way you present yourself. You may not even realize how many people look at you and think, "I hope I look that good when I'm her age." And the most wonderful part? You're not doing it for attention. You're doing it for you. That's what makes it all the more beautiful. The third sign. Another subtle yet powerful sign you're a good-looking older woman, even if it doesn't cross your mind, is when people are naturally drawn to you, not because of your outfit or your makeup, but because of the energy you bring into a space. When you enter a room, the atmosphere shifts, not in a loud or dramatic way, but in a warm, calming, inviting way. People feel safe around you. They feel seen. Maybe it's the way you greet others with a kind smile, the genuine interest you show in conversations, or the grounded presence you carry wherever you go. That kind of beauty can't be manufactured. It comes from within. It's the result of years of living, learning, and loving. It's the beauty of emotional strength, quiet confidence, and soft grace. Have you ever noticed how people seem to open up to you easily? How strangers feel comfortable chatting with you while waiting in line? or how family members turn to you for advice. Even they don't say so directly. That's no accident. That's the glow of a woman who knows who she is, and others feel it, even if they can't quite put their finger on why. Maybe at a social event, people seem to gravitate toward you, or perhaps your presence seems to calm a room. That's not just being friendly, that's being magnetic. People want to be near you not because you're trying to impress them, but because they feel better simply being around you. You might think, I'm just being myself. And that's exactly the point. You don't need to chase attention. You don't need to prove anything. You've already done the work, lived the years, and found a sense of peace that radiates outward. And that is what makes you so beautiful. The next time someone starts a conversation out of the blue, or you notice someone's expression brighten when they see you, take a second and really notice it. That's your beauty being felt, not just seen. It's not loud, it's not obvious. And that's what makes it unforgettable. You're not just attractive. You're the kind of beautiful that makes people feel something simply by being near you. The fourth sign. Another clear sign you're a good-looking older woman, even if you don't often think about it, is how people notice and remember your smile. And not just any smile. Your smile. The one shaped by years of laughter, love, and life itself. That kind of smile has a beauty no makeup or anti-aging cream can create. It's rich with meaning. It's genuine. It lights up your face in a way that can stop someone in their tracks. Have you ever heard someone say, you have such a lovely smile, or you brighten up the room when you laugh? You might have brushed it off thinking they were just being polite, but chances are they meant every word. A smile that comes from a woman who's truly at ease with herself carries a special kind of warmth. It's not forced, it's not for show, it's real. It's a reflection of a life well lived and a heart that's still open to joy. Maybe you've been walking through a store or standing in line at a coffee shop and caught someone smiling at you for no particular reason. That's not random. That's your energy reaching them before you even say a word. Your smile draws people in. It makes you approachable. And even if you notice a few laugh lines or creases around your eyes, those aren't flaws. They're proof that you've spent years finding reasons to smile. The most beautiful smiles aren't perfect. They're authentic. When you laugh freely, share a quiet grin with a friend, or offer a kind smile to a stranger, you remind the world that beauty isn't about youth. It's about spirit. And the spirit behind your smile, that's what people remember long after the moment has passed. So the next time you catch yourself smiling because of a lovely memory, a sweet moment, or just something that makes your heart feel light, take a second to realize what's happening. You're showing the kind of beauty that glows from the inside out. And it's one of your most powerful qualities, even if you don't always see it. The fifth sign. Another powerful sign you're a good-looking older woman, even if it hasn't crossed your mind, is how people listen to you. Not out of obligation or politeness, but because your voice, your words, your presence carries weight. There's a calm, thoughtful authority in the way you speak, and it draws people in. Maybe you've noticed conversations slow down when you begin to talk, or perhaps people often ask what you think, even when it's not your area of expertise. That's not just respect, it's admiration. You speak with a grounded confidence, the kind that only comes from life experience. And that quiet strength, it's incredibly attractive. You might not realize it because it feels natural to you. You're just being yourself. But the way you hold eye contact, the way you speak with intention, and the wisdom behind your words makes people feel something. Safe, seen, understood. And that emotional connection, it's a kind of beauty that doesn't fade. It deepens. Have you ever had someone tell you that your voice is calming, or that you always know what to say? Maybe a younger person at work confides in you, or a neighbor asks your advice, or a friend calls just to talk things through. Those aren't small moments. They're signs that people are drawn to more than your appearance. They're drawn to your essence. And when people feel seen and heard in your presence, they remember it. That's not just connection, it's attraction. You have something that makes others feel better about themselves just by being around you. And that's a gift. We often grow up thinking that beauty is just about how we look. But as the years pass, you begin to realize the most lasting kind of beauty is how you make others feel. If someone lingers near you in a crowded room, listens a little more closely when you speak, or smiles because of something you said, don't overlook it. These are the quiet signals that your beauty has matured into something much more meaningful. So if you've ever caught someone leaning in to listen, remembering your words days later, or watching you speak with admiration in their eyes. Take it to heart. That's not just respect. That's recognition. They're seeing a beauty that comes from your mind, your soul, and your confidence. And it's unforgettable. And if you're enjoying these signs and they're starting to sound a little familiar, go ahead and tap that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. It means so much to have you here, and your support keeps this community growing. I love bringing you messages that lift your spirit, celebrate your uniqueness, and remind you of the beauty you already carry, inside and out. Now let's keep going. The next sign might just surprise you and help you see yourself in an entirely new light. The sixth sign, another beautiful sign that you're a good-looking older woman, even if it completely slips past your own notice, is when people comment on how youthful and vibrant you seem. And not in the sense of trying to look younger or dressing a certain way, but in your energy, in the light you bring into a room, in the way you move through life with curiosity, laughter, and genuine interest in the world around you. You may have heard someone say, "You have such a young spirit," or "You're so full of life." Maybe they even said, "You don't act your age," and smiled while saying it. Those aren't just compliments. They're reflections of how your presence makes people feel. When you smile at something simple, dance like no one's watching, or dive into a new hobby just because it excites you, people see that spark. And that spark? It's stunning. It might feel ordinary to you. After all, you're just being yourself, enjoying the moment, staying curious, finding joy in small things. But to others, it stands out, because that kind of energy is rare. It's magnetic. It says this is a woman who hasn't stopped living, laughing, or learning. Think about how you feel when you meet someone whose eyes light up when they speak, whose laughter is easy, and whose energy is contagious. You're naturally drawn to them. And here's the beautiful truth. That's exactly how others feel around you. Whether you're telling a story, trying something new, or simply enjoying your day with a quiet joy in your heart, it shows. It radiates, and people feel it, even if they can't quite put it into words. We often hear that getting older means slowing down, shrinking back, or toning things down. But in reality, one of the most beautiful things you can do is keep that spark alive. Let yourself be playful. Be open to joy. Keep being curious. Because that energy is timeless. It doesn't fade with age. It becomes more authentic. So the next time someone smiles just watching you enjoy life, or tells you they love being around your energy, take a moment to let in. That vibrance is a part of your beauty. And it's not just noticeable, it's unforgettable. The seventh sign, and one more powerful sign you're a good-looking older woman, even if you don't always see it yourself, is the quiet, steady confidence that shines through everything you do. It's not loud, it's not showy, but it's there in the way you walk, in the way you speak, in the way you simply are. This kind of confidence doesn't come from trying to impress. It comes from knowing yourself and owning who you are. Have you noticed that people often look to you for advice, or seem to listen a little more closely when you speak? That's not just about age. It's about presence. You've lived through enough to know what matters and what doesn't. And when you speak from that place of wisdom and calm, people listen. They trust you. They respect you. And that quiet strength? It's breathtaking. It's in the way you carry yourself, shoulders back, head held high. It's in the way you smile when someone doubts you, or the grace you show even in difficult moments. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need validation. And that kind of assurance? It's beautiful. It's rare. And it makes you stand out without even trying. You may not realize it, because it feels so natural now. But to those around you, your confidence is captivating. It tells them, asterisk here, is someone who knows her worth. Someone who has walked through storms and still stands tall. Someone who doesn't just look strong. She is. Think back to the time someone told you, you have such grace, or you have a presence that's hard to ignore. Those aren't just nice words. They're reflections of what people feel when they're around you. Confidence is one of the most powerful forms of beauty, and yours shines in everything you do. So if you ever start to doubt how attractive you are, remember this. Confidence doesn't come from youth or perfection. It comes from experience, from knowing what you've overcome, from embracing every chapter of your story. And when people see that in you, they don't just see a beautiful woman. They see a woman who knows she's beautiful inside and out. So there you have it, 7 clear signs that show you're a good-looking older woman, even if you don't always realize it. From the way your smile lights up a room to the quiet strength in your presence. From your effortless style to the vibrant energy that draws people in. Your beauty shines in so many unique and powerful ways. This isn't about chasing youth. It's not about meeting someone else's definition of attractiveness. It's about embracing who you are now fully and unapologetically, with all the wisdom, grace, and life experience that make you unforgettable. These signs aren't just random compliments. They're reflections of the incredible woman you've become. So the next time you find yourself doubting how others see you, pause. Remember the way people respond to your energy, your smile, your spirit. You are seen. You are admired. You are appreciated. Far more than you know. Your age isn't something to hide. It's a part of your beauty story. And that story only grows richer, deeper, and more inspiring with time. So keep shining, keep smiling, and never forget how truly beautiful you are, inside and out. If this video spoke to you, and you'd love more uplifting content that celebrates confidence, beauty, and empowerment at every age, make sure to hit subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Your support means everything, and I can't wait to share more with you very soon. Thank you for watching.